C Dollies here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry about the quality of the video today. Ireland has like not even five, more like 3.5 hours of sunlight at the moment, which I missed because I'm in school. So the ISO has to be super high for any kind of light. I'm so sorry about that. I'm hoping to get on the lighting scheme soon for indoor stuff. But yeah, just quick disclaimer. Anyway, today's video is going to be my doll wish list. Some of these are like my top dolls that I feel like I absolutely need to get at some point in my collection. Others are like interchangeable. I'd get one and maybe not the other. But it's a pretty long list. That's basically just my second disclaimer. I don't want all of these dolls by any means. I'm not particularly interested in having a giant collection. Just these are some of my favorite dolls at the moment. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. We're starting off with Truly Me's. First of all, number 49. She is definitely one of my must-haves, to be honest. Apart from the fact that she looks so similar to Nenea, she would be one of the next dolls I'd consider getting. But I do feel that she's different enough to Nenea that I could have them both in my collection, which is not completely crazily large, and I'd get away with it. Number 38 is another one I really want. She's a lot harder to come by than 49. Definitely I see a lot of 49s for quite cheap, but 38 is definitely a very sought after doll. I actually had a friend who had 38 when we were younger. 38 is so stunning, and I really hope to have her one day. It's like a dream in my collection. Number 54 is another one I really love. There's like one other doll that I would possibly get instead of 54, but we'll get into that anyway. The next category would be Girl of the Years. So obviously my number one, the doll I've wanted for over a decade at this point. God, because we're getting into 2022, that's so scary. Kanani Akina, obviously. I need her, and I will get my hands on her one day. Mark my words, there will be a Kanani in my collection if it's the last thing I do. Another doll I would really like, but is not like a definite one. If I had other dolls that look similar, I probably wouldn't end up getting her. But Blair has really grown on me. I really want a redhead doll. I think, considering the amount of redhead / strawberry blonde dolls that are on this list, it's mildly ridiculous that I don't own one. But I love her. I love her unique features. She's beautiful. But another doll that's quite similar to her, kind of, not really, but in theory, Sage. Wouldn't own her and Blair at the same time. But neither of them would be kind of at the top of my list. I'm actually currently considering rewigging Gracie to be redhead. So if I did that, then I probably wouldn't get either of them because you'd kind of be a mix between both. Next doll, another redhead, Mia St. Clair. Again, she's not really at the top of my wish list, but I've seen so many Mias recently. She's similar to 38 and another few dolls in the 30s, kind of in the Truly Me line. She's really pretty. But I would probably get her if I had the opportunity and if I didn't have any similar dolls. Isabel is the next girl of the year. She's a doll I really wanted when I was younger. I think a lot because she kind of looked like me back then. I used to wear my hair straight and with a side ponytail. Not a side ponytail, a side part, but I did wear a side ponytail, unfortunately. I really loved her, and I still do. I think she's beautiful. I think she's so underrated, and low-key hated on maybe because she's Lenny. Justice for Lenny. No, not real Lenny. Like, I really don't like Lenny in Aspen Heights. But Isabel is very pretty, is the real point. And I do think she's underrated. And I would jump at the chance to get an Isabel doll in my collection. So historical dolls are definitely my favorite category of dolls. Literally nothing beats the historical outfits and the collections, especially pre-Be Forever. The dolls are absolutely amazing too. A lot of them that I would want are actually the best friend dolls. Nellie O'Malley, we'll start off with her, another ginger. She's one I've wanted for the longest time, and I'm not as obsessed with her as I used to be, but again, I would jump at the chance to get a Nellie doll if I could. She's stunning. Another historical I'd love to have, and honestly, don't hate me, I really used to not like the Marie Grace mold. The Marie Grace mold and the Addie mold. Two molds I really didn't like when I was younger, for no apparent reason. But now Addie mold is one of my favorite molds, and the Marie Grace mold has so grown on me. I love her face mold, and I would love to have her in my collection. I also just love the feeling of having a lot of different face molds, so she's definitely one. Cecile Ray is a doll I will probably never end up getting because she's so rare and expensive, but I'm literally in love with her. I am in love with her because her wig is spectacular. I love that she has a middle part. I love her eyes. I love her colouring of her skin on her hair. Oh, everything about Cecile. She is just delightful. The next duo that I would consider getting are Julie and Ivy. I would love both of them. Ivy even more than Julie. But Julie's one I did want for ages. I think probably because Britt Haley had a Julie doll. But I love Julie, and when I fixed up my friend's Julie like last year, oh my god, I was obsessed. Ivy is just spectacular. I wouldn't get her if I had 54. I would probably choose Ivy over 54 to be quite honest. I love Ivy. She's so cute. The next one is Ruthie. Ruthie is one I wouldn't have put like that much thought into, but I kind of sporadically added her to this list because I really want a doll with grey eyes. Finally, for the historicals, I'm not really sure which one I would choose, but as a collector, I feel like I need to own a Pleasant Company Molly or Samantha at some point. I love Molly eyes, but I feel like I'd end up getting Samantha over Molly. Anyway, one of the two I feel like I'll end up having at some point, and I'm not sure which one, but it'll probably happen. Okay, I'm aware that the sun is rapidly dwindling over here, so I'm gonna try wrap this up. But we're gonna finish off with the contemporary characters. Honestly, not a lot of who I would get. I suppose you could count Gabriella as a contemporary character, but I already have Gabriella, thankfully. I would get Yvette. Yvette and I actually have a lot of similar features. I would say her wig is almost exactly my hair in the summer. Very long, quite curly and blonde. We have kind of similar eyes, not completely similar, but quite similar. That is all of my dolls wish lists. I know it's quite long. Once again, I would never expect to own all of these dolls, not in a million years. I wouldn't even want to own all of them. There's probably a couple I missed. I'm actually thinking of a few right now, but you know, I don't want to drag this video on too long. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to watch my most recent videos, particularly my AGMV. I was really proud of it, so I'd love if you guys would go check it out. Thank you so much, and have a great week. Merry Christmas, bye!